Rush, this is arguably the biggest match of your career, your very first shot at the AEW World Championship. Rush versus MJF. How are you feeling ahead of this match?
How I feel? Let me tell them how I feel. After beating the entire roster, after winning my matches in less than a minute, after waiting for more than 3 years, finally, I got my shot for the AEW World title. And I will die in the ring if that's what it takes. This is for my people. This is for my family. And this is for my pride. I will take the AEW World title. Because when you mess with the bull... Now go ahead. Finish your cute little catchphrase. You again! If you're the bull, that makes me the matador. Get him off me! Relax, brother, relax. You want it! You want it! You got it! You got it! I'm telling you right now.
It's Wednesday! You know what that means! AEW Dynamite is live on TBS and HBO Max. I'm Excalibur, joined by the ineffable Tony Schiavone, the human suplex machine Taz, and as you saw moments ago, AEW World Champion MJF and his challenger El Toro Blanco Rush, a confrontation earlier today. It has led to our opening contest being made a no countout match for the AEW World Championship. Plus our second of two championship matches tonight. Former friends face off when the Jet Kevin Knight puts his TNT championship on the line against Speedball Mike Bailey. And the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation tournament continues on the women's side of things. Alex Windsor will face a wild card opponent in a first round matchup. And then the men's semifinals will be our main event tonight live on Dynamite. Will Ospreay, Mark Davis. The winner moves on to Forbidden Door later this month. But right now, the remarkable Renee Paquette is standing by.
Bruce, we are moments away from this World Championship match, but we just found out that this match is now a no count-out match.
Carnal, no vengo a hacerte suerte. Tú eres un cabrón bien hecho. Ese campeonato es tuyo. Tonight, do it for your family. Do it for la raza. And do it for anyone who say we can be world champion. Show everyone who Rush is, because you mess with the ball.
Richmond, Virginia, your opening contest set for one fall with no countouts is for the AEW World Championship.
Nine straight singles victories across all competitions. El Toro Blanco Rush is on the roll of his AEW career, and Taz, he has a massive opportunity tonight to parlay that win streak, not just into 10 straight, but into becoming the first Mexican man to hold the AEW World Championship.
Yeah, and Rush is dialed in. You can tell. And Andrade giving him a pep talk. Schiavone, man, I don't know, we might crown a new champion tonight.
You're right, Taz, and you could tell that Rush was dialed in from that interview earlier today, but my question is, what was MJF thinking, confronting someone that focused and that intense earlier in the day? I don't get it.
Well, perhaps MJF thinks he has the edge over Rush in their lone one-on-one meeting. Just about 2 years ago, 100 miles down the road in Fairfax, Virginia, MJF prevailed over Rush in singles competition. Perhaps he believes he can do so again tonight.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, this is, even for MJF, this is a little much. Taz, do you think it's odd that MJF elected to give this AEW World Championship shot to Rush and not to Mark Briscoe? I mentioned the singles victory over Rush that MJF has. Think back to last September when Mark Briscoe beat MJF in that vicious tables and tax match.
No, I know what you're saying, but listen, and I know you're not saying what I'm about to say. Rush is he's no pushover here. I understand what Briscoe's about. Maybe MJF's stalking Briscoe, but this is not the short stick when you're dealing with Rush.
And no countouts, Taz. This is Rush's environment.
Well, right now, let's head back to the ring in the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
Introducing the challenger from Tallahassee, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing 225 pounds, El Toro Blanco. And his opponent from Plainview, Long Island, New York, weighing 200. He took out your home state boy, Hangman, so he can never be champ again. He said you put the Virgin in Virginia. He is the reigning and defending All Elite Wrestling World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
It's never enough for this man. His ego is a bottomless pit, but our opening contest just moments away from kicking off. Referee Bryce Remsburg drawing the assignment. And Tony, it's always special when the AEW World Championship is defended on Dynamite, on Collision. It's rare that it's in the opening contest of the evening. It just speaks to what a big show we have tonight.
Absolutely, top to bottom, a tremendous show. And now the Devil and the Bull are going to lock horns here.
MJF trying to stand toe-to-toe with El Toro Blanco. Rush, Taz, what do you make of the champion's decision?
Not smart. Hey, I like Max. I respect him. I consider him a friend, but do not exchange strikes with Rush. Man, that's a big loogie in the challenger's head.
And MJF.
Oh, now MJF says settle down. He spits on him. Oh.
Trying to get under the skin of the challenger and doing a good job so. As we kick off this AEW World Championship match. I just want to note that this title match will be presented with limited commercial interruptions as Rush building up momentum and the tope over the top. Rush is fired up. You can see it in his eyes, Taz.
Yeah, he is, but he's also focused. He's not like deranged. He understands how big this moment is. This guy has a lot of legitimate experience, meaning Rush. This is not just some punk challenger.
No, it's one of the best in AEW, and I love this. No count out. Let him fight. What a way to start this telecast here live on TBS and on HBO Max. Wow.
Rush sending MJF hard into the barricade. And Taz, Rush is a man that lives and breathes pro wrestling. It's in his blood. His father, his 3 uncles, all pro wrestlers, as well as his 2 brothers. So a lot of pressure on him from within the family to come away with the AEW World Championship tonight.
I get that. It's a huge opportunity for Rush. I'm sure his family's watching on, but they're proud of him regardless. of what he's done good or bad as a pro wrestler. Right now, he's looking pretty good against the champ, even though this is illegal.
Roosh, that camera cable. He needs to be careful here. Referee Bryce Remsburg imploring Roosh take the action back to the ring, but this no count-out scenario, Tony, I think this benefits the challenger greatly.
There's no doubt, and that's why I go back to what happened earlier in the day with, I think it was a mistake by MJF. Look at the intensity in Roosh. There's no one else. Oh, great move by MJF.
Drop toe hold right onto the steel chair. You know, Roosh took a little long before he came charging, and I think Max made him pay.
Yeah, sometimes, Taz, I guess you get too fired up, right?
You do. Your intensity level gets too high, and your adrenaline.
Oh, and MJF just coming in with the boot to the side of the head, dumping Roosh over the barricade into the timekeeper's table. And I think the three of us, Taz, we were all questioning MJF's game plan, but perhaps it was to get Roosh so angry that he makes an unforced error.
Absolutely. If you can get your challenger, especially someone with the temper of Roosh, to get a little reckless, you know, Max is very calculating. He's going to exploit that.
Now MJF charging in once again, but Roosh, the back body drop over the barricade. I think MJF may have even bounced off the timekeeper's table as he crashed into that backing wall.
Gentlemen, Roosh is the freaking man. Boy, when the bell rings, he gives you everything. And listen to him chant his name.
Definitely the support of this crowd.
Oh, that body shot. Oh, my God.
The support of this crowd firmly behind the challenger. And Roosh, oh, now just ripping the turnbuckle pad off, exposing the steel.
Oh, someone got a nice souvenir.
I usually have to buy those at the merch stand. MJF down in the corner, look at this begging, pleading with Roosh, trying to stem the tide of the challenger.
Come on, have a heart.
Look at this. He's trying to... his jaw is in plain view.
What was worse, Taz, the body shot or the shot to the jaw?
I think the shot to the jaw, that was insane.
And Roosh creates some distance across the ring. And now charging in, MJF bails out.
Roosh called his shot, and MJF had enough energy in his body to get out of the way, but barely. I think Max wanted to get out of the ring, and he couldn't.
Another body shot, and then followed up by a big elbow strike. MJF beleaguered here in the early goings of this match.
You can better believe that's not going to be the only time Roosh is going to call for the horns.
Oh, wait a second. Roosh lining MJF up, trying to throw him into that exposed turnbuckle. Referee Bryce Remsburg put himself in.
Oh, Lord. So smart, very clever by the champion.
Roosh head first into the unforgiving steel. As we see MJF taking advantage of this momentary pause in the action, and that's what makes MJF so dangerous, Taz. I mean, he's a tremendous tactician. He plays the long game when it comes to these AEW World Championship matches, and he's so intelligent inside the ropes.
He really is, and I don't think MJF gets enough credit for it. I believe Roosh is split open right now, and because that exposed turnbuckle.
Oh, God. Yes, he is now. You can see the gash above his right eye.
MJF was digging those fingers into the open wound on the head of the challenger, Roosh, trying to get back to a vertical base, but MJF doing a good job of anchoring Roosh down to the middle of the ring.
No one denies MJF's ability in the ring, like you gentlemen were talking about, but it's his attitude, his ego.
Nobody can touch me.
See?
I'm number one. I'm number one.
Shut up and fight.
But Tony, how can you argue? He's the world champ. It's not his first run at his three-time world champ. He's got a nasty challenger like Roosh split wide open right now.
Yep. I agree with everything about that, Taz, but it's just, man, he ticks you off. Wow, look at that.
Spine buster, and MJF targeting that wound on Roosh's head.
Yeah, that was a nasty spine buster Rush's head really bounced off the mat pretty heavily.
As MJF just a disdainful sneer to the fans in attendance here in Richmond, Virginia. It's our first trip to the Siegel Center, home of VCU. And Bryce Remsburg once again putting his body in the way.
There you go. That was very clever of Rush.
It's MJF's turn to kiss the steel.
I think Remsburg had his back. The referee had his back turned for a second time and missed it. You can't blame the ref. This is no count out, no disqualification, so the ref's doing his job.
Both men just moving slowly now.
MJF lining up Rush with that right hand, but Rush fires back. Shots to the head, shots to the body. Now hammer throw across the ring. Rush, a splash in the corner, keeping the pressure on MJF. As you mentioned, MJF, a three-time AEW World Champion. He joined a truly elite club of athletes to hold a world championship, a major world championship 3 times by 30 years of age.
Yeah, no, you got cover here, cover.
Like hook down.
Yeah, that's insanely impressive before 30, absolutely. But his MJF's title is in, on my view here.
It was 10 days ago at Double or Nothing, MJF defeating Darby Allin to claim the AEW World Championship for that 3rd time, but it could be slipping from his grasp before our eyes, Tony.
Yeah, and listen, for a first title defense, you got to say this is a tough one.
Avert, leg hooked, and MJF kicked out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Taz, given the choices between Mark Briscoe and between Rush, it's a tough call, but MJF, for whatever his reasons were, thought this was the better matchup for him.
No, you're right. I mean, but listen, both Briscoe and Rush have something in common. It's not just a lot of experience, but they're vicious. You know, they're vicious competitors. And MJF knows that. You don't want vicious people coming after your world title. Jackknife here.
Jackknife, legs hook, Rush.
If you could prevent vicious, experienced killers coming after your belt, that's a good thing.
MJF stomping on the left elbow of El Toro Blanco. Rush. MJF likes that salt to the earth, his version of the Fujiwara armbar. Rush leaping up, attempting a work on Roundabout powerbomb. Backbreaker combo 2. And Rush kicking out. He was trying to hold the arms very close to the body, but MJF has snatched that wrist and has Rush in the salt of the earth in the center of the ring.
Yeah, he's keeping his hips high, is the champion, and he's really working on that left shoulder. Triceps effective. You could also tear a guy's bicep with this armbar.
Yeah, and not only that, the fans are into each other. Watch out!
Oh, wait a second. Reversal by the challenger. MJF relinquishes the grip, sends Rush out to the apron. Oh, Rush, I think just by reflex, grabbing MJF, and MJF almost guillotining the arm, and now perhaps looking for the heat seeker. That's how he won the AEW World Championship for the 2nd time. But no, Rush avoids it, sends MJF off, and lured him in the headbutt. Caught MJF square on the jaw.
Yeah, it took a little too long on the other side of the ropes that time, Taz. Almost like he was rethinking what he was trying to do.
He might have been. Definitely got caught.
Yeah.
The champion is, you got to try to get him into the ring if you're Rush to get a cover. But Rush is hurting too.
Fans here in Richmond, and I'm sure watching around the world, appreciative of the action kicking off Dynamite. Reminder, limited commercial interruptions for this AEW World Championship title match.
Absolutely, and Rush now just getting, I mean, Rush gets surges of energy through his body. You can see it. It looks like sometimes he's slowing down. All of a sudden, he just pops right back up.
Wait a second, straight jacket. And driver. As Rush has the champion on the outside, we step away from the action for 1 minute and 45 seconds as this World Championship tilt continues.
Taz, I tell you, but he can't do it, as you can tell. I think if Rush could have rolled him in the ring, he may have gotten the win.
I definitely think you're right about that, but to your point, Tony, I mean, Rush is hurting. He's got a grin on his face. Maybe he's starting to regroup a little bit. He's probably need a couple of stitches in his head.
Yeah, and look, he's, again, MJF, eyes closed, has not moved the entire time that he has spilled onto the floor.
And a violent pile driver on the apron. That'll definitely shut you down.
You see Rush's blood staining those taped up wrists of MJF as Rush. I looked up off the camera, or excuse me, off the screen. Referee Bryce Emsberg was trying to check on the arm of Rush. Rush shoved him away, but is now.
He's trying to pop his shoulder back into place. That's
Oh,
what
my
he did.
God.
That's exactly what he did.
You're talking about a tough guy. Holy smokes.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Rush definitely a surge of adrenaline. Yeah, I think I've only seen that done once, and it was in Lethal Weapon. And I just watched Rush do it on live television.
Hey, you don't see that much. You're right.
Oh, boy, he's hurting. Look at this.
Yeah, it doesn't make it perfect when you pop it back into place. It's just a little less painful.
All right, medical team's going to check on him now.
Remember, it is no count out here in this AEW World Championship title match.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to both men being unfit, this match will not continue.
We are back live on Dynamite moments ago.
It's one of our medical staff.
Remember, the medical staff said that both MJF and Rush were unfit to continue. Rush taking umbrage with that. He just headbutted the ringside doctor, and now going back at it. This match does continue. Referee Bryce Remsburg has not waved this off. This AEW World Championship bout is still going on.
And during the break, we found out, you talked about this, that Rush apparently had a dislocated left shoulder and popped it back in himself. Look at this. Fight with one arm here, Taz.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I've done that. It's not easy.
Yeah.
His left arm is hurting.
Rush lining up. MJF and poised to deliver the horns in the corner.
Cover him, it's it.
Could be curtains for MJF. Rush pulls him out, lateral press, and MJF. The hand on the rope. The only thing I think that kept MJF's AEW World Championship title reign alive.
Yeah, Rush needs to settle down right now.
Ref is not taking it from Rush. Rush already dropped the doctor. He's got his in. That's going to cost him some money.
Yes, it is.
But MJF, I don't know. You got to give him credit. Great match sense, knowing where he was in the ring, even though he's damn near out of it. And he put his hand on that bottom rope to keep his title.
Yeah, we've never denied that. He's going to try it again here.
Rush, there's the straightjacket pile driver on the apron that got MJF in this bad position, but Rush was trying maybe for a double underhook or just a standard pile driver. Either way, that left arm is failing the challenger. Tez, I mean, that posture is obvious as Rush keeps that left arm clutched very close to his body. Maybe a shoulder dislocation, separation, Who knows?
Could be. It could be a bicep tear. It could be an AC joint in the shoulder. It could be a rotator cuff. I've had that happen during a match to me with my shoulder. I'll never forget that pain. It was brutal.
Rush charging in.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at that.
MJF is lucky. Very, very lucky he avoided that, because he could have been in the 6th row, if not further back.
That was insane.
MJF across his 3 reigns as AEW World Champion, 17 successful defenses overall, including wins over Bryan Danielson, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Oh, wait a second. Now he's got Rush up for maybe a tombstone on the floor.
Oh, boy. It's dangerous here.
Tombstone it was on that broken piece of barricade. Again, targeting the neck of Rush.
And the knee of MJF.
Take a look at this, the velocity with which Rush hit that barricade.
And this tombstone was insane. Oh, my God.
But that knee of MJF, that left knee, as you talked about, Taz, he's still gripping it.
Now remember, this AEW World Championship match, our opening contest, it is no count out. It's not no disqualification, but it is no count out. Hence the extra time, the extended time these men spending on the floor. As MJF returning himself and Rush to the ring. The 17 successful defenses, including wins over Danielson, Tanahashi, Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, Brody King, Hangman Adam Page, and twice against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, and his title reign, his first one was 406 days, the longest. So he has been synonymous with World Championship in AEW, no doubt.
But right there, MJF, his
He's got an issue with that left knee, man.
left knee failing him, much like Rush's left arm failing him.
Well, this is what happens, you know, when the biggest prize in the game is on the line here. You know, the AEW World Championship, you gotta leave it all out here.
MJF lining up Rush for the heat seeker. Goes for it again. MJF comes down and jams the knee. We've seen this out of him before, though, Taz.
Yeah, well,
he feigns the knee injury, gets his opponent to come in, steps over.
Yeah, but I don't know about this time, though, man, because when he did that tombstone pile driver, meaning MJF, man, his knee really hit hard.
It's a fair point. Only time will tell.
Oh, Rush, man, he can barely.
Can't use his other arm to climb up
exactly.
there. Rush slowly making his way to the top drop kick. No, MJF bypasses him and now targets the arm. Brings Rush over. As the hammerlock with the legs as he applies the crossface on Rush, wrenching back on the head. Rush on the verge of tapping out, but
look at the Rush! His face! His face!
The challenger defiant as MJF continues to crank, and that is it. Rush goes out. The referee stops the match.
Here is your winner, and still AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
What a battle, gentlemen. What a freaking battle.
Taz, Rush defiant until the bitter end, but at some point, the pain just becomes too much for the body to bear. He didn't want to quit, but unfortunately, his body made the decision for him.
Yeah, you just can't. Sometimes you're either forced to tap, you just have to tap, which he didn't. He sucked it up and took the pain and just went out. But when he's got a lot of pride.
Right, when you pull the head back away from that shoulder, that puts so much pressure on that, Taz. Too much pain.
Well, the shit, his shoulder and bicep, tricep, who knows what's going on there. But MJF, to his credit, he attacked it, and he retains his world title. Good on Max.
Oh, wait a second. MJF now with that AEW World Championship title belt. He's lining up Rush
for the sky, boy.
Look at the face of MJF on that one.
Mark Briscoe, the last man MJF wanted to see. Briscoe.
Oh, come on.
The double underhook, the Jay Driller. No. MJF. The low blow stops Briscoe in his tracks.
MJF just went through hell, and then Briscoe's coming out here to attack him.
Well, MJF was going to attack Rush with the belt.
And now the tables have turned. MJF lining up Mark Briscoe. But out comes the conglomeration. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and even Big Tom, Tomohiro Ishii.
What the hell is Ishii doing? I didn't see him here. He must have just popped up.
The conglomeration rolls deep, luckily for Mark Briscoe, but MJF retains the AEW World Championship.
What a start to our program. Wow.
And fans, the Owen Hart Foundation tournament continues tonight. Alex Windsor faces the wild card in first round action. And our main event, Will Ospreay, Mark Davis, semifinal round action of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament. But coming up next, the Blackheart, Lio Rush, Mark Briscoe, one-on-one. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite on TBS and HBO Max. More action just moments away. Let's return to the ring and the Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
This battle is set for one fall. In the ring from Sandy Fork, Delaware, weighing 229 pounds, Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe moments ago intervening when AEW World Champion MJF was attempting to take out Rush after the bell.
And he's still fired up about it.
And his opponent, weighing 171 pounds, Blackheart Lio Rush.
Well, earlier today, Renee Paquette was trying to get a word with the conglomeration. Mark Briscoe said he was jealous of the conglomeration's match this past Saturday night at Collision. He was going to fight the first person he saw, and then this creepy gremlin, I believe is the term.
Yeah, he makes, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Lio Rush, he just makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable. Obviously, these guys they're frozen.
Well, Orange Cassidy, he did say, Tony, on Saturday, the strategy is he can't see if you're not moving.
Right. Yeah, because Lio came across their interview, the backstage interview, with that umbrella in his hand. And no one really knows what to make of Lio Rush here. And you know what? That's probably not bad for Lio Rush.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Lio, man. I for a few years.
Yeah.
He's definitely changed.
Oh, boy, has he ever.
He is bad. You know what? Crazy.
Mark Briscoe.
Say it?
I guess you could go ahead and say it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Mark Briscoe also unsure of what to make of Lio Rush. But
Leo's talk well.
I mean, he's constantly talking to himself now, apparently talking to Mark Briscoe.
Whatever he said to Mark, confused Mark.
I'm pretty sure Briscoe hasn't seen nothing like Lio in Sussex County, Delaware on a chicken farm. I promise you that.
It's probably a Sussex County version of a chupacabra.
Could be.
Pollo cabra? No, chupa pollo.
I know that they're bobcats.
And gremlins, apparently. As Lio Rush to the boot, heads to the ropes, and quick footsteps by Lio Rush. Now right eye to eye with Mark Briscoe. So we're going to miss by Briscoe. And Tikiri connects solid on Lio Rush. Lio against the ropes.
Redneck Kung Fu don't miss for Briscoe.
As Lio hammer throw sends him into the ropes, and once again back to the corner, boot up into the face of Mark Briscoe, but Briscoe ready for him. The uppercut sends Lio Rush spilling to the outside.
These two guys are made for each other. They're both deranged. I mean, both of them.
Well, I think they are a little bit left of center, or right of center, whatever you want to say.
Special.
And so bang, bang, shout out to the newest edition, AEW, Mick Foley.
How about Mick Foley?
Bang, bang!
Cactus Jack himself. Briscoe had enough.
I don't know if you guys noticed that Lio still has the crew tights on. So who knows where he's coming from. And
the crew, his former tag team with Action and Andretti.
And that's dissolved. We found out that last month.
Biting the hand.
I don't know if Lio Rush ladies in much of paying attention to fashion. Look at this. Kind of like a donkey with one leg.
As bypass sends Lio Rush out to the floor. Mark Briscoe on the move, and scissor kick through the ropes.
Kind of like a hyena.
How many legs on the hyena? 6. And Briscoe. Neck breaker connects. As he has the advantage, fans, the action continues live on Dynamite. Don't go anywhere.
Big time body slam on the outside.
The sign said, throw him here.
Well, there you go.
Briscoe very happy to oblige.
Mark is so enjoyable. He really is. I mean, he is tough. Just ask MJF how tough he is. MJF wants to have nothing to do with him, but he is not only that, just a great guy to be around.
Stump to the side of the head.
He's interesting.
Yes,
Very
he is.
interesting.
That's why the conglomeration gets along so well. They have Mark Briscoe,
right?
Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, long friendship there.
Big Tom,
the Chatterbox, Big Tom.
They must have had a direct flight from Tokyo.
Cover 1, shoot 3 times a day, Tez.
Tokyo to Richmond, direct. Nice bridge here.
Briscoe chopping down. And now Mark Briscoe on the move, sliding lariat. Connects. Lio Rush in trouble here. He has not had a prolonged series of offense this entire match. Briscoe once again covers. Metal press, and Lio Rush again kicking out.
Well, gentlemen, Lio Rush not only has changed his demeanor and the way he approaches everything, but his offense has changed too. He doesn't use the same things that Lio Rush before Blackhearts was using.
Look at this, Lio Rush smiling after those chops from Mark Briscoe. Oh, yep. Breaks the grip of Mark Briscoe. Briscoe, though, on the move, quick behind. Lio Rush. Lio, though, tucks on there. Nathan takes Briscoe off his feet.
And now there's a Lio Rush. We remember the quickness in and out, back and forth.
Cover made. Digging that elbow into the jaw of Mark Briscoe.
I'm not sure he was talking to Lio. Maybe the canvas.
Could be.
Man, his eyes, that red. Too many of those damn energy drinks the kids are drinking.
Could be. That running around like a one-legged donkey.
Yeah, he's definitely tough, Schiavone. Tough for him to prepare for him.
I know it is, because, again, Lio is a different person, not only obviously mentally, but physically from the way he approaches match in the ring.
Now Lio Rush, lateral press again.
I wonder if he ate some kind of seeds in the woods or something and it made him go crazy.
Yeah.
Like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Or a poison berry or
poison
something.
berries.
Yeah.
Black mushrooms or maybe red mushrooms.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite Live, TBS, HBO Max. Lio Rush, Mark Briscoe, one-on-one. Briscoe has controlled the bulk of this match, but the Blackheart, Lio, fighting his way back into contention.
As bizarre as he looks, Lio Rush can still go.
Oh, no, he definitely can.
Yeah.
He's just insane.
Yes, he is, apparently.
As Lio Rush up to the top rope. Frog splash, no. Briscoe rolled inward, avoiding the contact. Picking a page out of Briscoe's book, and quick combination from Lio Rush. Briscoe sends him in. Stunner coming off the ropes. Lio Rush, far leg hook. Briscoe able to break free. And fans, AEW's Collision comes to you this Saturday live from the Covelli Center in Youngstown, Ohio. You still have a chance to join us. Visit AEWTIX.com. We'll be live coast to coast this coming Saturday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. There you see it, AEWTIX.com, or scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Then, next week, we will have 2 straight nights in Cincinnati at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center, Wednesday, June 10th, and Thursday, June 11th. And then June 17th, Smart Financial Center in Houston, Texas. Dynamite and Collision, all of that and so much more available. AEWTIX.com.
What a great June it's going to be. What a wonderful summer it's going to be for AEW.
We'll cap things off this month with Forbidden Door in San Jose. There you will see the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's and Women's Tournament.
Trying to outscream each other. Palm Strike City.
Boy, and they are meeting their mark too, man. Those are great palm strikes.
Well, Briscoe's got that momentum right now on Lio.
Now, Mark Briscoe sends Lio Rush for a ride. Lio retreats to the corner, but Briscoe pursues and just hammers Lio Rush.
It's one thing about Mark Briscoe, and one thing that you realize that MJF does not want to deal with. He is relentless. Just stays with the action.
Now leg hook, cover made. Lio Rush, though, very late escape. And remember what we were talking about earlier, Tony, that the last time MJF met Mark Briscoe, it was Briscoe that came away with the victory in that tables and tax match.
Yeah, buddy. Tax all over the place. Never will forget that. Neither will MJF. Oh, Lordy.
And that was some powerful short clothesline there.
Now Briscoe, double underhook, thinking Jay Driller. But Lio Rush, he knows that he's fighting Trying to fight his way free. Jackknife by Lio Rush. 1, 2.
It's a great counter by Lio. Great counter.
Briscoe telegraphed that. Lio Rush was able to counter. Comes on round enziguri. Lightning quick reflexes for Lio Rush. Oh no, Briscoe shut him down.
He went for that a second time, and Briscoe made him pay.
Back of the head.
Now Mark Briscoe. Cutthroat driver, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
Drives Lio down center of the ring. Briscoe covers 2 and 3.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Here is your winner, Mark Briscoe.
But I tell you what, Lio gave him a hell of a match.
But Mark Briscoe continues to build momentum, continues to make a very compelling case for himself as far as World Championship and MJF is concerned.
Now, damn it, I got something to say. Mr. Cameraman, please come closer. Because I'm talking to one man and one man alone. And that's you, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Now let me lay something out for you, Max. Let me take you back to 2023, January 2023, the 17th of that month. My brother, my tag team partner for 20 plus years. In the blink of an eye, gone, just like that. One day later, a few hours later, my birthday, January 18th. 1 week later, like it's been our whole lives, January 25th, it's my brother's birthday. But instead of celebrating, eating birthday cake together, like we always have, I find myself making my debut in AEW. Making my debut alone. And Max, you can only imagine the whirlwind of emotions. I got all this grief, this anger, this rage that I gotta push down, I gotta bury deep inside me. Don't get me wrong, AEW might have saved my life, because that was my therapy, man. That was my therapy. That's how I vented. That's how I got my anger out. But it's still deep down in my core. I still couldn't find no joy. Then I came across some friends, some buddies who was down to conglomerate. And man, my heart was full. Once again, the void was filled. I had some brothers again, and finally, I felt the joy of being a professional wrestler once again. And then, Max, we crossed paths. And week by week, slowly but surely, with every bullshit sentence that came out your mouth, that anger and that rage, it came back to the surface. And beyond that, because I've never felt the hatred that you made me feel, Max, I've never hated a man like I hate you. And you know damn well what happened when I got my hands on you. I pinned your bloody ass 1, 2, 3 right in the middle of this ring. And then you went away, and it felt good. I was able to let my mind at ease once again. But sure enough, Max, your ugly ass head popped back up, and all the rage came right back to the surface. But now, the only difference, Max, is you got something that I want. You got that AEW world title, and Max, I'm not like you. You bitch, whine, moan, and complain until you get your title shots. You throw a hissy fit until you get whatever opportunity you want. Well, let me tell you, Max, I'm a grinder. I don't complain. I come to work every day, do my job. And Max, I'm calling you out. I'm calling out your manhood. Max, I beat you. You say the best. You say you're the best. Prove it. Prove it, Max. See, you brought me to this place of darkness that I've never been, man. It's like I feel demons on me. Well, ain't that appropriate, devil? You call yourself the devil. Ain't that cute? Well, Big Hebrew, read this right here. It says, child of God. Max, devil, I don't know if you read the book, but you lose. Now quit being scared and give me a title shot, you moist ass bitch. Reach for the sky, boy.
Oh, Mark Briscoe. Some very harsh words for the AEW World Champion MJF, but changing gears from the AEW World Championship to the TNT Championship, Kevin Knight, his questionable decision over the last 10 days has led to this collision with his former friend, former tag partner, Speedball Mike Bailey.
It should have been me in that main event.
Kevin Knight, what are you doing?
I told Darby Allin not to let the jet down, not to let you people down. And guess what he did? He blew it.
Kevin, I hear what you're saying. The reason we work so well as a team, because we both want to be the best. But Kevin, you're impatient. You get ahead of yourself, and you make mistakes.
Am I not to highlight each and every time that I step into this ring? Do I look like a bench player to y'all, huh?
Is that the road you want to go down? So be it. We can walk down it together on opposite sides. You want to show the world who you really are? So how about me and you, one-on-one?
I'm not here to just take part here in AEW. I'm here to take over this whole damn company.
Tony Schiavone, this is an intense rivalry between former partners, former traveling companions in Jet Speed.
They came in as Jet Speed together. They were sensational to see them go one-on-one. Who knows what to expect tonight in this matchup?
And speaking of the TNT Network, coming up this Saturday, Collision is live, coast to coast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. The Owen Hart Foundation tournament continues this week and also continues tonight in our main event. Will Ospreay, Dunkzilla Mark Davis will meet one-on-one with a spot at Forbidden Door on the line. And then next Wednesday, Swerve Strickland, Brody King to fill out the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament. But the opening round of the women's tournament continues tonight as Alex Windsor, one half of the Brawlin' Birds, faces the wild card entrant. Plus, next win in Cincinnati, Sky Blue, the Triangle of Madness, will face Sari from Japan, plus Persephone Hazuki live this Saturday at Collision. And as I believe the
dumb bitches! Your AEW Women's World Champion has something to say. See, last week, I made a promise to myself that if one person from Stardom comes to AEW, I would burn that company down to the ground, baby!
Stardom, of
See,
course.
When I was in Japan, they used to call me the Idol Killer. Because every single pretty, cutesy, kawaii little girl would make me sick to my damn stomach. I had to take them all out. And then, yes, I did get fired from Japan. So now we have to do it all over again. See, the Triangle of Madness has 3 jobs to do, you know? See, this violent little thing has to win the Owen Hart tournament, while this Sister of Sin has to get her TBS title back. But the Toxic Spider, baby, the Toxic Spider has all her eyes set on Forbidden Door. And whether they come here or we have to go over there, that doesn't matter, because I'm going to close that door for damn good, baby. And I'm telling you, I am not declaring war on Stardom. I am declaring death to Stardom. And if that message wasn't already clear enough,
Of course, we'd like to apologize to our promotional partner, Stardom, for the actions of the AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla, the Toxic Spider. But fans, still to come tonight, Alex Windsor faces the wild card in the first-round match in the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, plus TNT Championship on the line. The Jet Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, and our main event, Doug Zilla, Mark Davis, one-on-one with Will Ospreay in semifinal action in the Owen.
Hey, young boy Billy. Hey, tonight we need you to lock in. Last time you wasn't at 100%. Last time he dropped you on that little neck of yours.
What you doing? What are you talking about?
You right. My bad.
I know Mark Davis has been taking up space in your mind. That memory, those thoughts. Now is the time to discard them forever. Right now. He's not a movie monster. It's Mark Davis. You know him. You've wrestled him. He's got 2 arms, 2 legs. You can beat him. And you're going to. That was a different guy. This is a different guy. This guy's never wrestled Mark Davis. This Will Ospreay. Indestructible in mind and spirit. What you're becoming. Don Callis is going to have to hire a truck driver to run you over with an 18-wheeler if he wants to beat you tonight. I don't like the temperature around here lately. All these groups and alliances and gang warfare. I don't like it. You don't worry about that. You've got one job tonight. Put his shoulders to the mat and you break his arm. You stay on task. You beat Mark Davis. That's your job. Everything else, you let me worry about that. I'll take care of it. I'm for real. I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. I'm starting to see it. Let's go.
These guys.
Can Will Ospreay make it to the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament for the 2nd consecutive year? Or will the Don Callis family earn a spot in the finals at Forbidden Door? We will find out in tonight's main event.
That's a pretty good pit
This
talk.
next man is set for one fall. Approaching the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico. Weighing 241 pounds. Andrade El Idolo.
Tony, we'll touch on that a bit more in a moment. But fans, you are watching All Elite Wrestling on TBS, brought to you by Progressive Insurance, offering 24/7 protection when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle. Learn more at progressive.com.
And his opponent, DK Vandu.
Tony, before we turn our attention fully to this match, Jon Moxley, over the last few weeks, has really been preaching metamorphosis to Will Ospreay, saying that Moxley's not the same athlete that he was yesterday. He's not the same athlete that he will be tomorrow. Likewise, same could be said about Will Ospreay.
And I agree with all that. I think Moxley has become quite... Whoa. Sorry about that. Go ahead and interrupt this.
You're not interrupting them, Tom.
Okay.
They can't hear you.
Okay. Moxley's become quite the motivator for Will Ospreay. And you know what? About a month ago, 2 months ago, Taz, we didn't expect that to happen.
No, you're right. Definitely, I'm still a little perplexed by it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. I mean, seems like it's all good in the hood with those guys. Ospreay's locked in, and right now, the opponent of Andrade, he better be locked in because he's going to have his hands full here. A nice drop step and a go behind, though.
It was.
Oh, Andrade just clobbered him with that elbow strike.
Well, he may have broken a nose there. I'm not sure. There's no blood, but that was right on the nose.
DK Van Dam. Oh, Dia de los Muertos. Good night. 1, 2. Oh, Andrade went up his opponent.
Wants to dish out a little more punishment.
Now
double on the hook here.
Double on the hook. The DM. Now Andrade. 1, 2, 3.
Andrade El Idolo.
I love matches like that. You don't get paid by the hour in this business. I know some fans don't like that. Me, as a wrestler, I love that. Get it done quick. Go to the bar and have a drink.
Andrade, he's been bristling as of late because of Don Callis' business relationship with MJF, preventing Andrade from challenging for the AEW World Championship.
That MJF has the world title. I really want it. MJF, I know you beat my friend, mi hermano, Rush. But do you think you can beat me? Do you think you can beat the Real Latino man? How you know?
Well, Andrade making his case, but he's interrupted by the leader of the Don Callis family, of course, and then Jake Doyle recently returned to action here in AEW.
You see Andrade's face that time, Taz, as he didn't expect this.
No, he didn't. Definitely was caught by surprise, as was I.
Most people make that face when Don Callis appears.
Absolutely. I'm sure even members of his own family.
Great job, Andrade. That was amazing. But right now, I have something very important to say. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Don Callis family, the Jet, Kevin Knight.
Oh, Don Callis really excited.
I can't believe this. It's amazing. I can't believe it either.
Kevin Knight, the newest member of the Don Callis family. Don's enthusiasm, understandable.
Well, we saw Don recruit the Jet last Wednesday. He can be very, very... Look at this, man. Kevin Knight coming out. Don can be very convincing, gentlemen, and apparently he has convinced the Jet to join the team, the family.
Taz, it was 10 days ago at Double or Nothing. In front of 15,000 people in Queens, in front of the entire world, Kevin Knight with Darby Allin, strapped to that stretcher. Kevin Knight hit that UFO splash on Darby, and he said it was because Darby let everyone down by not beating MJF.
This bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit is for the TNT Championship. Introducing the Jets Challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 177 pounds, Speedball Mike Bailey.
You can understand the anger. You can see it in his reaction on his face because Jet Speed went to war against members of the Don Callis family many, many times, and now I'm sure that...
Yeah, Tony, I was going to say, speaking of letting people down, that's exactly what Kevin Knight did to Speedball Mike Bailey. Don Callis was shouting something at Taz.
Well, he was telling me that I don't have to do much to get talent, that type thing. He's put himself over, and he should. I mean, Don, he's got almost everybody. I mean, he's got a gigantic family. It's a gigantic family of so many athletes.
Continues to grow day by day, and adding a world-class athlete like the Jet Kevin Knight, that's nothing short of a coup for Don Callis. I hate to give him his due, but I have to. Now, collar and elbow tie-up. Kevin Knight backing former friend, former partner, Speedball Mike Bailey up to the ropes.
Well, Speedball has to realize now with the Don Callis family, he's going to see things that the Jet never did do with Jet Speed.
Kevin Knight out to the floor, conferring with Don Callis and here in front of our desk.
I personally think it's a great move by Kevin Knight, aligning with Don Callis and his family. I mean, you have tons of brotherhood, tons of backing in that group. That's number one. And I mean, let's be honest, they're all over the place on Collision, on Dynamite, and it's amazing. So, I mean, hey, good for Kevin. So,
Okay. Kevin Knight flips Speedball out, now charging in, and sends Speedball shoulder first, or spine first, excuse me, into the corner bead of those steel ring steps.
Yeah, Mike Bailey definitely hit those steps real hard. Good opportunity here for Knight to capitalize on his former tag team partner.
Yeah, a very aggressive Kevin Knight, no doubt. Listen, I agree with you guys. Don Callis has himself quite an athlete in his family right now.
Knight sending Speedball hard into the barricade as referee Rick Knox imploring these athletes to get the action back in the ring. And Tez, you know how it works with tag team partners. You've been around the business long enough. Either you stay together long term and you're successful, or you just come to loathe each other. It's a familiarity breeds contempt sort of thing.
It happens a lot. I mean, that teams end up hating each other's guts. I mean, it does happen a lot for a lot of years in wrestling. A nice roll up here, Schoolboy.
Speedball avoided the lariat off the ropes. Wow. Likewise, Kevin Knight avoids the kick. The sweep from Speedball. Speedball sends Knight into the ropes. These two men know each other.
Boy, you're so right, Excalibur.
So well, Tony.
Yeah, familiarity. You can see it. You've seen it last like 3 or 4 moves. Oh, how about that though?
Knight sends Speedball spilling to the outside. Is a very proud Don Callis peacocking over to the right of our desk. And while this match is deeply personal, it is also for the TNT Championship. A title that Kevin Knight claimed this past April at Dynasty. And now Speedball. The corkscrew from the middle rope, connecting with Knight on the floor.
Got to try now. If you're Mike Bailey, you got to get Kevin in the ring. Try and top him, and you might crown a new TNT champion here. I think that's what Bailey's going to do.
And Kevin Knight seems out of sorts, at least for the moment. Speedball Mike Bailey moving with some urgency.
I personally don't agree with this. Whatever he's trying to do, he might hit it. But I think he has Kevin hurting already. He should have covered him, in my view.
Shooting star press. No. Kevin Knight rolls inwards. Bailey adjusts. And Knight laced him with that drop kick as this TNT Championship match continues. Don't go anywhere.
Taz, you were exactly right on that last move. Speedball made the mistake, and right now he's paying for it.
Yeah, I mean, he let the emotions, in my opinion, just calling the match for you guys. I feel like Bailey let his emotions and his anger towards his former best friend and tag team partner, Kevin Knight, get the best of him instead of focusing on getting the win and getting the TNT title. And Bailey's been around long enough. He knows that. But again, your emotions can get the better of you a lot of times in this sport.
Yeah, I understand that. Don Callis checking on his man. You know, shocked enough to see Kevin Knight turn on Darby Allin at Double or Nothing.
I'm not. Why are you shocked? This business is full of selfish people.
Okay, but
you know that, Schiavone.
But even as the old cliche goes, I'm sure when he walks out here with Don Callis, as the old cliche goes, people just drop their teeth. They were so shocked.
Oh yes, that's true. That's a good point. You can drop chiclets for sure. In shocking motions, I agree. I dropped the microphone.
A jaw-dropping announcement by Don Callis.
Yeah, it was.
Drop your teeth. Is that a Craigsville expression?
That's a Craigsville. That's a Virginia expression. Man, so shocked he dropped his teeth. That's how we said it too back then.
Speedball.
Big, heavy chops here by Bailey.
Bailey, the hammer throw. Kevin Knight reverses and sends Speedball hard to that middle turnbuckle.
Hey, Speedball, give up.
So Don Callis said give up. Mike Bailey is not going to give up.
Cover now. Leg is hooked. Bailey able to kick out.
You see,
referees try to quit him.
The Jet really depending on Don Callis in this match, Taz. I mean, he's looking at him, talking to him a lot.
He's new on the team. He wants to make sure that his new, let's just call it, coach.
But Taz, I mean, you know Don Callis a little better than Tony or I do. I mean, do you know the incentives that the Don Callis family have? Do they have medical? Do they have vision? Do they have dental?
Yes, they have all sorts of plans. They do. That Don Callis, he's incorporated with many different groups.
Wow, how about that?
Dental for sure.
Now Bailey all tied up. Kevin Knight wrenching on the leg of Kevin Knight with of Speedball Mike Bailey with the arm captured.
You just can't. If you think it over, you can't knock what Don has built with his family.
Well, I mean, the impact that he has had in All Elite Wrestling is been felt.
Cover made. They do 401k matching. Should we join the Don Callis family team?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Okay. The TNT Championship hangs in the balance tonight live on Dynamite. Former tag team partner Speedball Mike Bailey, the Jet Kevin Knight battling it out. Knight looking to retain his TNT Championship. Speedball Mike Bailey, though, not out of this one yet, but great counter by the Jet.
Just like you said earlier, Excalibur goes back to familiarity with your opponent or your former partner.
Knight collects the arm, collects the leg. Speedball able to kick out.
Notice Taz had rubbed that forearm across the cheek right at the very end.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Cover made.
Showing tenacity here with rapid covers. Every time you force your opponent to kick out, you really make him burn a lot of energy.
Knight throwing some right hands of referee Rick Knox.
The referee's doing the right thing.
Yeah, those right hands, they are illegal, the closed fists. And the chant of "You Sold Out" to Kevin Knight, who moments ago was introduced as the newest member of the Don Callis family. Speedball.
Wow, he ate that foot and came right back.
Let's kick. Oh! Knight avoided it for a second time, but didn't avoid the third shot. And what an anti-air from Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yeah, look at, maybe he could cover him right now. That knocked him right smack dab down.
But the toll of the physicality, Taz, I think is preventing Speedball Mike Bailey from capitalizing on that opening.
Yeah, no, for sure. Heavy hitting stuff, right? So it's tough. I agree with Schiavone. If Bailey can get that cover, he might have a new TNT champ, but easier said than done after exerting all this energy and taking so much punishment for both of these men.
That's what amazes me about all wrestlers Both the men to my right, what you guys have gone through in your career, what they've gone through in their career. They keep coming back.
Speedball Mike Bailey locking eyes with Jake Doyle at ringside. This behemoth of a man returning from injury last week and already making his presence felt. As Speedball Mike Bailey, the Jet Kevin Knight, springboard, no. Knight pulls up short. Speedball though! Comes lunging in with a kick, and now Bailey.
What's he going to do? Oh my God.
Steadies himself looking for a triangle. Moonsault, but Kevin Knight knew it was coming and sends his former partner crashing to the floor.
Is that a kidney punch?
Well, no. Bailey, he landed on the apron. Really, that can happen when you get popped over like that. He landed on that apron very hard on his lower back and kidney. I mean, really, really hard. So I think that's what Bailey's feeling right there. You know, this is just, I mean, for Kevin Knight, I mean, he's already the TNT champion. Now you're with someone like Don Callis and his family. You get a lot of opportunities. I mean, in this business, to succeed, you need opportunities. And Don Callis gets his people opportunities.
Kevin Knight!
10 minutes gone by, 10 remaining.
Soaring over Richmond, Virginia.
Well, now I think Knight needs to do the same thing I said, that Bailey needs to throw him in the ring and cover him if you can. And let's see if Kevin does that, if he's going for another maneuver. He's going for another maneuver.
Kevin Knight bringing up Speedball though, captures the arm, goes around the rope, and very close. Knight perhaps attempting sunset flip. Speedball, the knee drop on target for the challenger.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Roundhouse kick, catching the champ right behind the ear, and he's able to kick out.
Give it to Kevin Knight. Resilient. Some great offense from his former tag team partner.
You heard Justin Roberts mention it. More than half of the time limit in this match. 20 minutes has elapsed. And Speedball wrestling with some more urgency. He's now got Knight down in the corner. Oh no, Knight leaps up and hits a Hurricanrana. And Knight, the backbreaker. 1, 2, but no, Speedball able to kick out.
Hey, we're not surprised, but these two young men are really putting on a wrestling clinic. Great moves, great return. Both men never say die.
And Kevin Knight, the springboard, no. Bailey ready for it.
Wow, look at this.
With the arms straight jacketed now, the roll-up 1, 2. Whoa! Knight had to work for the escape there, and Bailey on target with another kick.
Hey, Bailey's kicked Knight's head off many times, and Knight just keeps coming back from it.
Now Speedball digging deep, looking for that flamingo driver out of the corner, but Kevin Knight hanging on to the top rope, Taz.
Yeah, smart by Kevin, but he just hit another high round.
It's Jake Doyle entering the ring, and
oh my God, it's a
Callis sweeps out the leg of Speedball. Jake Doyle providing the distraction. The referee never saw it.
There's the plan. There's the Don Callis family in action.
Oh, that's where it's great to be part of Don Callis' family, man. That's big that Don did that.
Oh my goodness!
God, it had to break his back. Referee is checking on Mike Bailey. Holy smokes.
And if that wasn't enough, Kevin Knight, a crash landing for Speedball Mike Bailey. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner and still TNT champion, the Jet Kevin Knight.
Well, the membership of the Don Callis family already paying dividends for the Jet Kevin Knight, as he retains the TNT Championship, his 5th successful defense.
That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it right there. Now we just had to get rid of the dead weight that was holding the Jet down ever since I've been here. So I linked up with Dom Perignon right here with the Don Callis family. But make no doubt about it, Dawn. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to get straight to the top and become Jet 2 belts, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So, MJF, I'm waiting on you.
Well, Maxwell Jacob Friedman surrounded on all sides, but right now let's head to the back where Renee Paquette is standing by.
Dogs, you guys had quite the week. So you guys did to Cope and Cage, and clearly you guys are still in a bit of a celebrating mood.
You're dang right, Renee. Because last week we took out Cope and Cage.
Done.
And then we invented the new 5-second pose. And then we beat the tar out of the Bang Bang Gang. Bang, 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 guns! Down. So, what's not to celebrate? So we brought ourselves some 5-second brews and some 5-second kazoos.
That's a kazoo? Yeah, it's a kazoo.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so annoying. Who let the dogs out, huh? Who?
Go ahead.
We saw what you did last week. It begs me to ask the question, what the dog doing?
Okay. I know exactly what you guys are doing. You're the new guys, right? You're trying to make an impression. Well, kudos to you guys. You have, okay? We've noticed. But there's one issue that I see, and I think my brother sees too, is you guys clearly think that you're next in line for the AEW tag team titles, right? That's where I beg to differ. I mean, I just don't see those tag team titles going to Bullet Club's worst leader ever and his tag team partner standing right there, Timu Hangman. Hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. You want to fight it out? You want to see? Because I think we just beat y'all at Stadium Stampede, and we consider ourselves the number one contender. So if you want to go down to the ring, we brought our gear. We can settle it tonight.
Well, the number one contenders will wrestle when we feel like it.
Is that right? Yeah, walk away. Okay.
Congratulations, that was an incredible World Championship match against Rush. You retained the world title, but after the match, Mark Briscoe makes his way out there. He now wants a shot at your world title. What do you have to say about that?
Big shocker, Renee. Who doesn't want a shot at the best professional wrestler on God's green earth? Who doesn't want an opportunity? Zoom in on that belt right there. That is the Triple B. That is the grandest, the most precious, the most important championship in all of professional wrestling. So color me awfully shocked that hick Mark Briscoe wants a chance at glory. Well, guess what, Mark? I've already tried to explain this to you, but since you're awfully slow, I'm going to try to make it real concise. No match for you, you bumpkin. That world title is for winners. That world title is for top guys. That world title is for guys like MJF, generational talents, and that, my friends, you are not. I am the champion of the world. My word is bond. My word is the law. What I say goes, and nobody in this company can trust me. So, Mark Briscoe, for the last and final time, stop asking, because it ain't happening.
I don't know about you, Taz, but I'm getting sick of MJF running his mouth.
Well, he's the world champ. He has the right to say what he wants, when he wants, right? And I'm getting sick of seeing him. I'm getting sick of a lot of things.
This is a quarterfinal match in the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament set for Woodfall. Approaching ring from Norwich, England, Alex Windsor.
Alex Windsor in this first round match, 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, originally slated to face Willow Nightingale, but Willow Nightingale, due to injury, forced to withdraw not only from this tournament, but also to vacate the TBS Championship. We'll have more on that in a moment, but Willow now replaced by this wild card entrant. Who will it be?
Yeah, man.
And her opponent, the wild card, in Massachusetts, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Well, Taz, there was a lot of speculation about who the wild card would be. It does not get much bigger than Mercedes Moné.
It's great to see her back. What a shocker, what a surprise. Welcome back, Mercedes.
She's a tournament winner in the past, as we know. One of the most decorated female wrestlers around the world has returned, and she's walking right over to a belt that she once held.
Mercedes, of course, won the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. She still has that ceremonial title belt. And she is looking to rebuild her collection starting here tonight in this opening round match, the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. How fitting that Mercedes Moné filling this wild card slot for Willow Nightingale, Taz, the woman that really kicked off, or should I say hastened the downfall of the CEO late in 2025.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You're right about that. But this is tough here for Windsor. I mean, dealing with a wild card, you don't know who it is. Tough to prepare. Can't prepare.
First time we've seen Mercedes here in 2026, and there's one of the women that led to the downfall. She took the Rev Pro Championship from Mercedes, holds on to the Strong Championship, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Championship that Mercedes once held. It's a big night for Mercedes and a big night for AEW to have her back.
Coronado top, center of the ring. I mentioned, Tony, we would talk about the TBS Championship. You and Nigel addressed it this past Saturday at Collision. The TBS Championship, the new champion, will be decided in a survival of the fittest match, the first time ever in AEW.
Yeah, we're going to have 6 qualifying matches this month, and the championship, of course, will be coming up in San Diego. The survival of the fittest on July 1st. That'll be live right here on Dynamite.
Mercedes steps over. Alex Windsor excited about our return to San Diego. Also excited about our return to Mexico City as Fox Sports Mexico broke the news. Grand Slam Mexico takes place on Wednesday, August 5th from the Cathedral of Lucha Libre Arena, Mexico. Tickets available coming up this Saturday. And then plus we go back to Baltimore, Maryland, the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena on Wednesday, August 19th. And head to Reading, Pennsylvania this summer at Collision. Oh, second. Mercedes, the roll-up there. Reading, Pennsylvania, just a 1 count. Use code AEWTV. Visit AEWTIX.com or scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Hammer throw into the corner. Alex Windsor elevates. Deep arm drag, Taz. Mercedes. I mean, she was sharp. She was collecting so many belts, but ring rust always a potential issue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree. And Windsor was smart right there. If those arm drags, and it kept wrist control to finish everything off. So, yeah, no, you're right about ring rust at times, even though Mercedes has a lot of experience. But she's looking pretty good to me. Mercedes moving real well in there.
Ducks underneath Windsor. Now comes through Tijeras. No, drives down. Alex Windsor, almost like the CEO's version of La Mística. And Alex Windsor trapped. Center of the ring, we have seen Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter so much success as the Brawling Birds.
Got to attack that grip. I would break that grip off my face like that she's doing right there. That's what you want to do. Break it, that's what happens. That's the key.
Look at that.
And Mercedes almost allowing Windsor to get close to the ropes to reverse her. Now dragging Windsor back, and Windsor engaging in some hand fighting, as you suggested, Taz.
That's right. That's what you want to do. When someone has you any sort of submission, especially near your jaw and neck, you attack the grip. I mean, it's tough sometimes because you're in pain. Especially that, Mercedes is arching her back.
And Windsor once again rolling through. Mercedes keeping the grip on her opponent. Back stabber from the CEO. Mercedes covers, lateral press. Windsor able to kick out.
I think we're seeing it. I think it's logical that Mercedes is a little bit more focused, a little bit more determined in this match, Taz. And the reason is she used to come in here parading all these belts. Now she's on the hunt. So it's a different type of person.
Which I personally think makes Mercedes even more dangerous.
Yes.
I really do.
No, Windsor hung on to the ankles.
Great counter.
Mercedes perhaps telegraphing at Windsor, looking for a sharpshooter, but Mercedes clutching onto that bottom rope. Sheer desperation. from the former TBS champion. Windsor, right elbow strike. And Windsor's turn to telegraph something. Mercedes is ready for it. Whoa. Backbreaker across the center strand, and Windsor's net coming down on the apron. As Mercedes, a meteora to the floor. The CEO has returned as a wild card in All Elite Wrestling.
Boy, that is a determined look on Mercedes' face there, Taz.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
She understands she's in there with a very credible opponent. And she, like you said earlier, Shivani, that's the right term. She's on the hunt.
Knee to the midsection.
Mercedes, what's up? Everybody puts me over.
We do all the time here.
Mercedes reminding Alex Windsor that not only has Mercedes been to the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, she's pinned Alex Windsor's partner in the finals last year. Now hammering down those elbow strikes. Cover. Taz, it's tough enough to swallow losing one championship, let alone the nearly dozen championships that Mercedes Moné held.
Yeah, no, it definitely could affect you mentally, right? I never had that many titles in one shot like she did. Many haven't. I mean, most in wrestling haven't, to be honest. But, like, in one shot, having all those titles. But it doesn't seem to be affecting Mercedes' confidence.
Mercedes covers. Yeah, if anything, she has come out here more motivated.
When you've had all the championships that Mercedes has had, when you have been really a legendary performer in women's wrestling.
Therapy. I'm good.
She's talking to herself here now.
Well, sometimes I do that, and I answer myself a lot.
We've known that back in the backstage area.
Sometimes on air.
Sometimes on air. Oh.
Windsor, though, body shots, trying to create some distance between herself and Mercedes Moné. Hammer throw. Mercedes sent it to the corner. Windsor closing the distance for Mercedes. Ready for it. Ooh, Windsor kick to the small of the back of the neck breaker. Leg hook cover made. And Taz, this is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, for Mercedes Moné. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but it's worth repeating. There's only so much training you can do in the gym. There's no substitute for real in-ring action against a competitor that's not only trying to beat you, but a competitor that's trying to beat you to ultimately earn a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship.
Oh, you're right. And that competitor that didn't know who you were, but she had to deal with the wild card situation.
Now Mercedes covers. Windsor.
No, so for Windsor, man, that's tough. That was a tough thing when you're dealing with a wild card. Nevertheless, one of the most decorated professional women's wrestlers, you know, around in the past, I don't know, 10 years. Maybe I'm off a year or two, whatever.
I really think if you look at Mercedes' career, she's one of the women that changed women's wrestling on a professional level.
The CEO, Mercedes Moné, has returned to AEW as the wild card in the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, where she is facing Alex Windsor in this first round battle. Mercedes Moné, inspired to become a professional wrestler by the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Her version of the Three Amigos here tonight.
I'm really impressed with Mercedes' cardio for someone who's been out of the ring. He looks great cardio-wise.
Well, the fans are right with her here, too. How about that? They appreciate and they respect what she has done in women's wrestling. Oh, but Alex Windsor doesn't.
Alex Windsor, now the arms crossed. Oh, man. Brings Mercedes down and clothesline in the corner. Windsor on the move. Mercedes swinging a miss. Windsor ducks underneath. Misdirect by Alex Windsor. And remember, the finals, both the men's and women's 2026 Owen Hart Foundation tournament goes down at Forbidden Doors Sunday, June 28th. You can still join us on AEWTIX.com or live on pay-per-view on HBO Max. And then the winner of the tournament will earn a shot at the AEW Men's World Championship, the AEW Women's World Championship at All in London on Sunday, August 30th at Wembley Stadium. You can visit livenation.co.uk, AEWTIX.com, or scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to join us in London as we cap off this summer. And Mercedes rolling on the outside, trying to play keep away.
Yeah, smart move, I think, for Mercedes. Windsor relentless, though. Boy, she'd love to go back home to England and a shot at the world title.
And remember, coming up tonight in our main event, we will find out who earns one spot in the finals at Forbidden Door in the men's tournament when Dunkzilla Mark Davis and the aerial assassin Will Ospreay meet as Alex Windsor returns Mercedes to the ring. And also, as the fans chanting CEO, trying to urge on Mercedes Moné. Much different reaction than we heard last winter, Taz, for the CEO.
Yeah, right? It's interesting. A good point.
Mercedes, the suplex.
All right, here we go.
Turns the corner, maybe another Three Amigos. A second, should I say a fifth. Looking for the sixth. Windsor ready for it. High grip. Oh, Windsor 1, 2. No, Mercedes able to break free.
Yeah, Windsor pulled it off. I think she was trying to grasp a pump handle and didn't get it, but had enough strength to still turn Mercedes. That was very impressive by Alex.
And remember, coming up this Saturday, AEW Collision live coast to coast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We will see the other first round match on this side of the bracket when CMLL's Persephone battles Hazuki of Stardom's Women's Wrestling in Japan, live this Saturday night on TNT and HBO Max. And then next Wednesday night, who will meet Athena in the semifinals on the other side of the bracket? Will it be Sarie? Will it be Sky Blue? We will find out. Summer Blockbuster 1 week from tonight. As Mercedes Moné, a series of stomps driving down Alex Windsor in the corner. Now Mercedes.
Well, let's not forget, she was last year's winner of the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, so she's really kind of defending her title here in many ways.
And Mercedes looking to become the first athlete, either men's or women's, to win the tournament back-to-back. Remember Will Ospreay, he made it to the finals last year. Came up just short against Hangman Adam Page. You'd like to right that wrong. Mercedes with Windsor.
Windsor's in trouble, gentlemen.
Dangerously perched on the ropes. The Meteor. 1, 2. No, Windsor able to kick out.
Shows you how tough Alex Windsor is to kick out of that, because Mercedes nailed it. You could see Mercedes is shocked that she couldn't get the win.
Yeah, we all saw that one coming, and Mercedes landed it perfectly but couldn't get the win. Here it is again, Taz.
Man, you can see that impact the back of Alex's head. And that's a tough move to take. And then they have the wherewithal to kick out. Very impressive.
And Taz, you have to expect that these women are going to leave everything in the ring because, Mercedes!
God.
The powerbomb against the middle buckle. And now, the knees in the corner. Windsor slides free. The roll-up. Stacked by Windsor. Mercedes able to kick out. Now Mercedes, pinning predicament of her own. Windsor escapes. Windsor underneath. And now traps Mercedes. She's got her hook tight, but Mercedes able to break free again. Windsor off the ropes. Mercedes picks the ankles, rolls her through, 2, and back and forth pinfall attempts. Oh, Mercedes, the knee, the backstabber, and floats over. Statement maker, center of the ring.
Windsor's got a long way to go to reach the ropes.
Then Alex Windsor survives. No, she can't. Mercedes advances to the semifinals.
She won't let go.
Here is your winner, advancing in the tournament, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné victorious tonight and one step closer to back-to-back Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament victories. There we see the bracket. Mercedes advancing to the semifinal round. And coming up live this Saturday, coast to coast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, it will be Persephone.
Hold on a second. She is the reigning champion, by the way, so that title looks right on her shoulder.
it will be Persephone and Hazuki. The winner will move on to face Mercedes Moné in the semifinals. All of that, so much more going down this Saturday at Collision Live, coast to coast. Representing CML Persephone, representing Stardom Women's Wrestling in Japan, it is Hazuki. They will face off this Saturday night. Plus, the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship on the line. Divine Dominion face the top contenders, Ty Mello and Anna Jay, this Saturday night.
Tonight was a fluke.
The Queen Slayer's on!
Ty J got lucky.
The fans counting down! That's it!
This title shot isn't a reward. It's your death sentence.
Well, they didn't just survive, they were battering the champions.
You know, ever since these tag titles were created, Ty and I have not gone a day without thinking about them.
The original tag teams in the AEW Women's Division.
On Collision, we get our second chance. We didn't survive 5 minutes. You did.
Anna and Ty seemed like they were seconds away from defeating Divine Dominion. Can they make a repeat performance this Saturday night live coast to coast? And then next Wednesday night, first round action in the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. Sky Blue battles the Japanese sensation Sari, and then on the men's side of the tournament, in the semifinals, who will earn their spot at Forbidden Door? Will it be Big and Bad Brody King or Swerve Strickland? But coming up next, Will Ospreay, Dunkzilla, Mark Davis, semifinals match. A spot at Forbidden Door on the line in our main event. But right now, let's head to Renee Paquette.
Don Callis, this is huge news. The TNT champion Kevin Knight has joined the Don Callis family.
Everybody's talking about the Don Callis family. I've recruited many top stars, but when you're as successful as we are, I'm like a magnet for the gold. It just comes to me, and that's what happened with the TNT champion Kevin Knight, who's going to reach new heights and become the greatest TNT champion of all time, with the help of the Don Callis family. And in just minutes from now, Mark "By God" Davis is going to go and break the stack of dimes chicken neck of Will Ospreay, put him in the ground, finish our business, go on and win the Owen. And the Don Callis family will march in lockstep into the main event of All In London, England. And that leaves us with just one piece of business to take care of. This man, Okada, who is the greatest bell-to-bell wrestler I've ever seen, you got screwed, and we are not going to stand for it.
Takeshita, you are nothing without this family. My international title doesn't belong in a backpack, and it won't be there for long.
Let's go take care of that, buddy. I love that.
Dynamite, we're just moments away from our main event, but let's take you back to last week. Jericho victorious over Ricochet, but that's when the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, attacked.
1,004 reasons why I hate Chris Jericho. Jericho, where is Chris Jericho? All right, he's home. Still. Because a Psycho Killer beat the hell out of him, and I will gladly do it again and again and again. Chris, you made your triumphant return to AEW. The fans welcomed you back with open arms. You finally defeated Ricochet, and then reality struck. And what is that reality? While you were gone, Chris, Tommaso Ciampa arrived at AEW, and I quickly marked my territory. In what better way than to plant my flag in the ground? Than to chop the head off the snake that is known as Jericho. But Chris, I am a patient man with a long list. So stay away, lick your wounds. But if you do return, I will be waiting. That is, unless of course I strike first. You stupid idiot.
Tommaso Ciampa, Chris Jericho firmly in his sights. But right now, it's time for our main event.
Your main event tonight is a semifinal match in the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. September 1 fall, approaching the ring from Essex, England, weighing 225 pounds, the Aerial Saxon, Will Ospreay.
Since his return from neck fusion surgery, Will Ospreay's only losses have come to Jon Moxley of Dynasty and to Dunkzilla. Mark Davis this past April when the ringside physician stopped the match. Taz, it was not a popular decision, but in my estimation, the right one.
No, I agree. It had to stop. I mean, yeah, you can't, this is a dangerous sport enough as it is. You get nailed with something like that and you have an issue with your neck like Ospreay has, you got to do what they did here. They had to stop.
But Tony, as we saw, that was only part of the story, the referee stoppage. That was when the Death Riders took Will Ospreay out, and that's when, took Will Ospreay away, I should say, and that's when he seemed to be indoctrinated by Jon Moxley.
And his opponent from Brisbane, Australia, weighing 281 pounds, he is the AEW National Champion, Dunkzilla Mark Davis.
Well, before we touch on that, Tony, let's head to ringside and Renee Paquette.
We saw what happened the last time these two former friends went to war, and Ospreay has battled to get back to this match, but now his sights are set on the finals of the Owen. His sights are set on Wembley Stadium and the world title. Ahead of this match, I caught up with Jon Moxley and said, this is not the same man that Mark Davis thinks he knows. He's stronger in his body, stronger in mind, and stronger in spirit.
Well, I think, and we've all known what Will Ospreay has said since that match, that this changed his life. This saved his career. The referee stopping the match, Jon Moxley and the Death Riders walking him out over their shoulder, thinks saved his career. And who's to argue with that?
Drop kick to the knee, and then Ospreay immediately attacking the arm, and you see Dunkzilla Mark Davis still wearing the eye patch. In the Wild Stadium Stampede match 10 days ago, it was a drop toe hold onto the leg of a chair that gouged the eye of Dunkzilla Mark Davis.
Yeah, it was nasty. But right there, we see the athleticism and explosiveness of Ospreay.
And Taz, that's a tremendous disadvantage for Dunkzilla Mark Davis, even under the best of circumstances. But with an athlete like Will Ospreay that can attack from so many different angles, Dunkzilla, I mean, he's wrestling with one eye, but might as well be wrestling with one hand behind his back.
Oh, he's getting, and that eye was just getting attacked while you were talking by Ospreay because it's a target. And I don't blame Ospreay for doing what he did there.
No, I agree.
Davis, though, what a slam.
That's a basic body slam, Shivani, but look at the height he got on it and how hard he slammed Ospreay.
He certainly is one of the strongest in AEW, there's no doubt, but we are seeing a little different edge to Will Ospreay, and there's no doubt the impact that the Death Rider, especially Jon Moxley, has had on Will Ospreay.
And we've seen Ospreay,
whoa,
the new addition. Wow. That Juji Gatame, the death ground, as he calls it. Oh, Davis, though, sits out with the senton.
Yeah, Davis right now is cooking on all cylinders, and he knows Ospreay well, but I agree with what Renee said, quasi through Jon Moxley, because she said she spoke to Moxley, that this is I'm paraphrasing, this is a different Ospreay that Davis knows, and I can see that. I can see that for sure.
The counterpoint, Taz, is a different Mark Davis than Will Ospreay knows.
Right, yeah.
It was Ospreay that during COVID opened his home, not just to Dunkzilla Mark Davis, but to Kyle Fletcher.
Right.
Both men repaying that kindness with contempt. I mean, just turning their backs on Ospreay and joining up with Don Callis.
Well, Will Ospreay, of course, they all say, hey, Will Ospreay was part of the Don Callis family at one time. But the question was he real? I never think that was the case.
Abdominal stretch.
Yeah, which attacks the neck. And Davis was attacking the neck. And with this abdominal stretch here, Excalibur definitely hits your neck, too.
Ospreay, though, using that free hand and then the elbow to maneuver the leg of Davis off. But Davis, hip toss, Ospreay to his feet underneath. And Ospreay connects!
His body control when he is in midair is amazing. He being Will Ospreay, of course.
Yeah, that takes a lot of training, a lot of years of training to be that comfortable in the air.
Ospreay leaps and connects with the elbow strike. Davis goes down. Ospreay covers. Leg hook. Davis able to kick out. Remember, this match is for a spot in the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. And those finals will go down Sunday, June 28th, live from the SAP Center in San Jose, California at Forbidden Door. You still have a chance to join us. Visit AEWTIX.com. If you can't be there in person, the event will be available on pay-per-view live on HBO Max. As Ospreay targeting the left arm. And remember, the winners at Forbidden Door will go on to All in London to challenge for the for the AEW Men's World Championship and AEW Women's World Championship. Ospreay, it's been a goal of his to compete for the AEW World Championship on British soil.
They're standing here in Richmond for Will Ospreay, Excalibur.
As Ospreay changes tack, heads to the outside, right hands to the head of Davis. Davis, though, reversing Ospreay into the barricade.
Too much power and size for Davis, meaning that Ospreay's got to deal with that power and size advantage that Davis has on him.
Yeah, Davis doing a good job of just anchoring himself to the floor and turning the momentum around on Ospreay. But Ospreay doing a good job, on the other hand, of fighting out of the grip of Dougzilla. And now Will Ospreay making a risky climb here. But Davis
got himself out of harm's way.
Yes, sir. Smart move, Taz. You're right.
Because, again, he kind of knows a lot of the offense and what Will's about. And here comes Will on the hop.
Ospreay charging around Davis. The hook on one of Davis. Into the front of our desk, Will Ospreay with the advantage. Referee Paul Turner imploring these athletes to get the action back inside the ring. That's the only place this match can be won.
Hey, we're going.
Ospreay bouncing Davis's head off the the top of our desk, and the chop backing Davis up as Ospreay.
Oh, brother,
got something in mind here.
Yes, he does.
For DDT, no, Davis blocks and now Will Ospreay, the spine bouncing off of our desk.
What a main event. Let's remind the fans we're going to stay with this one as long as it takes to see who's going to go on.
As we see the counter from Dougzilla Mark Davis.
My God.
He had Ospreay scouted, and he made Ospreay pay the price. Taz, neck injury or not, that is disastrous for Will Ospreay.
Brutal. That is brutal. I mean, right in front of us, the thump was insane.
And Tony, as you just said, we're going to stay with the action as long as it takes. The semifinal round match in the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. Dougzilla Mark Davis, just fury unleashed on his former friend Will Ospreay.
Wow. You know, the fans love Ospreay, and he does a lot of great things. But, man, Dougzilla is almost impervious to pain and just keeps coming back, Taz.
Yeah, no, for real.
Man, what a tough customer. That's a cliche, I know, but he really is.
Davis hoists Ospreay to the top, now driving the right hands into the head of the aerial assassin. Now,
super duper plex here
from the TP top. Davis and Ospreay crash, and now Davis celebrates as we take our final break of the evening. It is all action from here on out. Davis covers two, and Ospreay reaching that right shoulder up.
I can't figure that cover by Davis, Taz. I mean, you want to advance in the tournament, right?
Yeah, I think he just got hung up in the moment.
Yeah,
and
right.
he had a lot of delay before the cover, and it was a very unorthodox cover, in my professional opinion also. Double knees on the guy, but he's a big, powerful, strong guy. He's got confidence on his side right now. He's got Ospreay reeling and rocking.
Davis just shuts down Ospreay with that big back elbow strike.
And that got him right in the jaw and the chin, and you see that Paul Turner's checking in. Holy smokes, that was point perfect.
Yeah, it definitely was. Right on the mark. Sorry, Scott, I wasn't calling you a mark, but I'm just saying right on the mark.
Ospreay puts the knees up, and Davis ready for it. And the right hand.
Yeah, he's big, heavy hitter, man. I got to tell you, Mark Davis, you know, he reminds me of a guy I was good friends with years ago named John Cronus, who's no longer with us. Part of the Eliminators, and underrated pro wrestler was John Cronus, and Davis reminds me a little bit of Cronus.
I mean, because, I'm guessing, Taz, I've only had a chance to meet Cronus once in my career, but he was a man that was extremely powerful, but could move so swiftly with such pace.
Yes, exactly. And that's kind of how Davis, it's similar body types and athleticism. Viciousness too, and we're seeing that right now out of Davis.
Davis just bullying Will Ospreay in the corner.
Just rubbing his forearms kind of like cross faces, not for cross faces, forearms across the cheekbone, which will swell it up.
Right, plus it's tape, so it's abrasive tape. Oh my God.
That was a haymaker.
Boy, it was.
Massive elbow strike in the corner as Davis, far leg hook, Ospreay using a rope.
Fingertip. Fingertip right there.
Break up the pinning predicament, and fans, as we look ahead to later this summer, our return for All in London, the final stop will be in Glasgow. As we make our return to Scotland, you can join us as we head back to the OVO Hydro in Glasgow on Wednesday, August 26th, the final stop before All in London. Later this summer, visit AEWTIX.com. Davis once again imposing his will in the corner on Will Ospreay.
Davis right now is beating the hell out of Will Ospreay. That's exactly what he's doing. Ospreay down on one knee. He's coming back though, Ospreay is.
We have stepped away from the action for the final time tonight. Will Ospreay, Dunkzilla, Mark Davis, former friends battling it out for a spot in the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament. And Davis, Taz,
God,
he has had Ospreay's number throughout this contest.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's been one step ahead of Ospreay the whole way.
The Ospreay can't take much of that.
Backdrop suplex, cover made, and Ospreay kicks out. Remember the last time these two men met, it was a referee stoppage. Will Ospreay was deemed unfit to continue the contest, was awarded to Dunkzilla Mark Davis.
Yeah, like we said earlier, it was a moment that Will Ospreay says just turned his career around, saved his life. And he's changed since then, of course, with Jon Moxley as his mentor. Holy smokes. Jon Moxley can't do anything about that, though. You just got to try to get out of the way of it.
Taz, Don Callis would love nothing more to see Mark Davis go to the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament at Forbidden Door from the SAP Center in San Jose, Sunday, June 28th.
Yeah, there's a good chance that could happen. But Will Ospreay is kind of G'ing up here a little bit, getting some energy.
Almost like Will Ospreay said, hit me again.
Yeah, you have those bursts of adrenaline at times. You do.
Sure. It's like the second win, as some people call it, but it's more than that. It's got to dig down deep. Oh, jeez.
Punishing chop delivered by Dunkzilla Mark Davis. Ospreay, though, undeterred, series of elbow strikes, testing the jaw of his adversary.
Wow. Mark Davis took
Ospreay fires back with the enziguri.
Davis took 4 of those chops and then knocked down Ospreay, who came right back, like you said, Excalibur.
Ospreay, the swift kicks to the face.
Oh, we are in overtime. Only one of these two men can go to Forbidden Door.
And remember the winner of both the men's and women's London as we make our return to Wembley Stadium on Sunday, August 30th. You still have a chance to join us. Scan the QR code. Visit AEWTIX.com.
We know that's Will Ospreay's dream to go to London, be the first Englishman to ever win the world title in London for AEW, and he's getting up to his feet, and he's getting fired up.
Ospreay perhaps poised to deliver a hidden blow, but Davis ready for it. Rights and lefts, but a close fist right hand from Davis. Ospreay chops it down, hook kick. Stuns Davis, roundhouse kick, drops Davis to a knee, down to 2 knees. Ospreay lining up, Davis, it comes over the top like a guillotine. Ospreay, 2, 3, no! Davis able to kick out.
I think Ospreay wanted a dragon suplex,
but he got the German instead, but Davis able to escape.
Like beating Davis like trying to chop down a big tree that just won't let him go down.
That's a smart move, though, a German suplex to try and beat a big man like that. All of his own weight is landing on the back of his own head.
You've done that a time or two in your career, Taz.
I have, yeah, with the bigger dudes, I definitely have.
As Ospreay to the top, Davis perhaps unaware. No, Davis stumbling towards the ropes. Ospreay, the stomp on the exposed left arm. As Ospreay lines up Davis, looking for the death ground.
Yuji Gatami right there, that death ground.
Almost had it, but Davis links the hands together.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Punch, there it is. Yeah, punching at the bridge of the nose. He's got full extension on the arm of...
God, look at Mark Davis. My God. Look at this.
Hoists up Ospreay and swiftly drives him down. Davis! Close your eyes and count to 3. Davis advances.
Yep.
No!
Oh, my God. He came back from that. Remember, it was a series of those that took him out. Stopped the match last time.
Somehow, though, Will Ospreay, I think Taz right there, the key moment. Davis, he lifted that left arm off the shoulder of Ospreay, and I think that's the only thing that allowed Ospreay to kick out.
Yeah, I think you might be right, but he didn't have it fully, the cover fully in, I should say. Oh, God, look at this. Oh, boy.
Credit the death ground for that. On that exposed arm.
But it was the pile driver on the apron that stopped the match in April in favor of Donkzilla Mark Davis. And now Ospreay, though, perhaps poised to return the favor.
Mark Davis holding on to the rope that time, though, Excalibur. That middle rope.
Davis just a vicious lariat knocking Ospreay back into the ring.
This apron is the danger zone for Will Ospreay. That's where this happened and took him out. No, they're going to do it again.
Davis.
Oh, no.
Ospreay inverted. No, Ospreay. Hurricanrana sends Davis sprawling to the floor.
God, he saved himself.
Ospreay definitely saved himself. That would have been horrible.
That would have been it, man. Look at this. Again, body control we talked about when he's in the air. It's amazing what Will Ospreay can do. What a freaking match.
What an incredible night of professional wrestling. As referee Paul Turner giving the 10 count to both athletes on the floor. First man to his feet, first man back to the ring. Almost certainly will have an advantage.
Absolutely. Second man's got what? Ospreay rolled through and then rolled to the corner there. And Donkzilla,
Davis,
he better get in.
Up to 9 and moving some speed. Breaks the count, but Ospreay!
Oh my God!
Drop kick from across the ring. Now Ospreay steps over. He's got one arm hook, now 2. Styles clash from Will Ospreay. 1, 2, 3. No! Davis!
Oh, Mark Davis!
What tenacity from Donkzilla Mark Davis.
Yeah, not sure how Davis kicked out, but man, that was wild.
An incredible cliche, but they are pulling out all the stops.
A spot in the finals of the Owen on the line in tonight's main event. Oscutter avoided Davis. Back elbow. And Gary Paul Turner wipes out.
What the hell?
Unintentional contact.
Definitely unintentional, but man, Turner got nailed.
Faded blade.
Talk about getting nailed.
1, 2, 3. And there's no ref, though. There's no ref. Oh, who's that? Trent Beretta. El Clone, the Don Callis family taking advantage.
This is brutal. This is absolutely
This is not what this tournament is about.
Absolutely. That's a great call, Excalibur. You are right. And these two men have been through the ringer, and now they're going to try to end it.
Oh, wait a second.
The
crowd. Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, the Death Riders. They've got Ospreay's back in this as Yuta coming off, and Garcia and Yuta, the dark horses of the Death Riders. Oh, now Murderhawk Monster Lance Archer into the fray, breaks through, and a 2-for-1 for Archer. Giant man flying through the air right there.
Speaking of giant men,
Claudio Castagnoli, uppercut, takes Archer off his feet. And again, the referee is down and out. There's no ref. Here comes the machine. O'Brien Cage hoists up Claudio Castagnoli, and Ryan Cage making it look easy.
And now Pac is in.
Meanwhile, things have just become unglued here tonight in Richmond.
They were king unglued the other night on Collision as well, and now look at this.
Pac with his back turned. Davis, no. Loses his grip on the bat. Yes! But the aerial assassin strikes. Still no ref. Cutter. Paul Turner brought back in. 1, 2, no!
Oh my God!
Jake Doyle just dragged Turner out to the floor.
The ref is out. Cole, he can't make a call. They're trying to revive Paul Turner.
And for the third time in a week, Jake Doyle, money well spent for the Don Callis family.
Watch out. One bad woman is in.
Well, Marina Shafir on the back of Doyle. Oh, but Doyle just whipping Shafir down.
The Continental Champion.
But in comes the original Death Rider, Jon Moxley, standing toe-to-toe with Doyle, but Doyle answers.
Yeah, Moxley ain't that, though.
Paradigm shift.
All together.
Moxley, Shafir working in unison to take Doyle out.
This is crazy.
And meanwhile, that's Pac, the bastard Pac.
Oh, I'm loving this. Look at the fight we've got, Taz. This is amazing.
Bodies everywhere at the bottom of the ramp. Tony, I don't know if we got Piers here in Richmond, but this is a Piers 6 brawl.
Great call.
Ospreay, double underhooks here. We still need a referee out here. We'll get Paul Turner, the referee, to wake up.
Paul's still down.
Ospreay could be thinking Stormbreaker, but oh no. Kyle Fletcher, half and half from behind.
Damn, Kyle Fletcher.
The prodigal son of the Don Callis family. He returned a double or nothing. And he's once again made his influence felt. Now we see that screwdriver. Ospreay's tasted the kiss of that steel before.
What?
But so is this man, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita. He and Fletcher teeing off on one another.
Payback for double or nothing. Payback. Ooh. Man, they're still fighting Excalibur.
Takeshita, Fletcher battling it out, but back inside the ring, Davis and Ospreay. Oh, Davis, he's got that screwdriver tab.
Yeah, he does.
And there's no referee around, Shivani.
And Will does not realize he's got the...
Oh! The hidden blade disarms Davis, and a second one! Get a jaw!
Get us a referee, damn it!
Another cover! But no referee there to make the count!
God! Bryce Remsburg! No! We have a second referee, it's Bryce, and the match still goes on! What are we watching? This is incredible!
This is crazy. This is Bedlam and Ospreay. Hidden blade, no, Davis ducks underneath, roundhouse misses, Davis! Oh, no!
That's it!
Not many. I would think not.
Great question.
Oh, wait, Ospreay floats over. Transitions, death ground. Death ground is locked in. Davis panicking. And that's it. He jumps out. Ospreay's going to the finals.
Here is your winner advancing in the tournament, the Ariel Stanton, Will Ospreay.
An amazing night, Excalibur. An amazing victory for Will Ospreay. One step closer to Wembley Stadium. He has now earned a spot in the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament on Sunday, June 28th, San Jose, California, the SAP Center. And who will he face? Will it be Brody King or will it be Swerve Strickland? We will find out next week at Dynamite Summer Blockbuster, Cincinnati, Ohio. Swerve Strickland, Brody King, the winner, will meet Will Ospreay in the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament, with the winner of the tournament challenging for the AEW World Championship at Wembley Stadium. But fans, thank you for joining us tonight on Dynamite this Saturday. Collision will be live coast to coast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Action in the Owen Hart Foundation men's and the women's tournament continues this Saturday at Collision. For Tony Schiavone, for Taz, for Excalibur, fix your hearts or die. This is All Elite Wrestling.